So I'm in San Francisco today, as you can see, and it's almost the end of the day, and I'd like to teach you present perfect. Many people, many students, many people around the world think that present perfect is a little bit difficult because in some languages there's no specific translation for this tense. But today I'll explain you a simple way. So I'll tell you about 4 usages of present perfect that will make your life easier to understand and to use present perfect. Okay, so let's go. What is the first form of present perfect? Well, present perfect, first usage, when the time is not mentioned. What do I mean with this? When the time is not mentioned, so it means that the time is not that important. It means that the action is much more important than the time. So for example, a very adventurous person. Yes, I am. I really like adventure. I really like to feel adrenaline. So I've jumped from Sky Coaster already, and I've jumped from skydiving also. And it's true. And it was fantastic. Well, but can you see any time being mentioned here? I didn't say the time, like I jumped from Sky Coaster when I was 12 and I jumped from skydiving about 4 years ago. But if I want to say when I was 12, or if I want to say about 4 years ago, so I should use instead of present perfect, I should use past simple. Okay, so to be correct here, I should say I've jumped from Sky Coaster. That's it. So the action is much more important than the time. So that's why the time is not mentioned. But if I see that the time is important, if I want to mention the time, so then I should change here. Instead of saying I've jumped, I should say I jumped. Okay. Good. So when the time is not mentioned is the first usage of present perfect. How about the other 3? Because I told you that we were going to see 4, sorry. So what is the second one? When the time is not finished, but the action is finished. What do I mean with this? For example, imagine today, or let's take into consideration this month or this year. So, what have you done today? Oh, well, today I've taken a shower, I've worked, I've taught some classes. So, and I say today, okay? So you can put either today at the end of the sentence or at the beginning of it. What do we see here? We see actions that, all these actions, to take a shower, work, and teach, all of them in the third column, okay, third form of the verb, that is past participle, and with the auxiliary verb have. Why? Why did we use this? Because it's today. The action is finished, but the time today is not finished. The action worked is also finished, but today is not finished. Today is still in progress. We can also use for this month, for example. Oh, I've seen many old friends this month because I've been calling them and I miss them so much. And now that pandemic is not over, but now that it's a little bit more flexible, so I'd like to see my old friends. So I've seen many old friends this month. So this month is not finished yet, but I have already seen some of them. So I saw some of them. So we can also use this as an example. Okay, good. How about the third usage of present perfect? The third usage of present perfect is when we use the word since or for. So we use for actions that started in the past and continues up to now. Continues happening up to now. And we express this using the word since and for. For example, I got married in 2014 and we are in 2022. So I've been married for almost, because I got married in April, so for almost 8 years. Or I've been married since 2014. So you have two options. You can say for and the duration, or you can say since and the start date of something. Okay. And how about the fourth usage? Because I said that we were going to see four usages, right? So the fourth usage is when we use some adverbs such as ever, already, yet. Not exactly adverbs, but when we use some time adverbials. For example, such as just or recently, or when we use some expressions like up to now or so far. So with these adverbs or time adverbials or expressions, we also use present perfect. For example, ever, we generally use for questions, okay, in the formal way, I'd say. So, have you ever jumped from skydiving? Oh, yes, I've done it already, or not yet. So it means you have plans to do it, but you have never done it before. So you can say, yes, I've already jumped from skydiving, or no, I haven't jumped from skydiving yet, negative form. Or another negative form, I have never jumped from skydiving. Oh, can I answer this question using neither of them? Yes, you can just say I haven't jumped from skydiving. What's the difference? When you say I've already, it means at least once. We don't know if it happened twice or 3 times, but at least once. When you say I haven't jumped from skydiving yet, it means that you have plans. So probably in the future, you're going to jump from skydiving. I have never. So up to now, you have never, but we have no clue if you have plans or not. And when you say I haven't jumped from skydiving, it's the same idea of the third one. Okay, good. How about just? Just means recently. It has just happened. Just happened, like some minutes ago, maybe. Oh, I've just seen him. So you've just seen him some minutes ago. Or for example, I've recently seen this. Maybe some minutes ago or maybe yesterday, but it's recent, okay, for our conversation. Up to now and so far, they are similar. They are not equals, but they are similar. For example, I haven't studied French up to now. But for example, in my case, I'd like to learn French one day. So up to now or so far. They are interchangeable here, okay? Oh, sorry, there was a mistake here on the spelling of already. It's here. Yes, now it's right. Okay, so this is present perfect. During this video, I focused explaining you the usages. There are 4. Okay, how about the structure? If you look at the structure here, you will see that I've always used have or has for he, she, it, and the verb in the third column, that is the past participle. So for example, take, took, taken. So we've used taken. Or work, worked, worked. Teach, taught, taught. So we use the last one, okay? I've been married. So look, the present of the verb to be, there are 3 forms, am, is, and are. In the past, there are two forms, was and were, and the third column, that is the past participle, there's just one that is been. So I've been. Here, have you ever jumped? If we used these example for he or she, for example, has she ever jumped? Okay, so instead of have, we would use has. Here, I've already jumped. I haven't, the negative form of have. Imagine if it was he, so he hasn't jumped, okay? And so we basically used have or has, haven't or hasn't, or just haven't has for questions too. And the third column of the verb, that is the past participle. Okay, this is present perfect. Giving you some extra tip. When we have a perfect tense, like present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, we need to use always the third column, okay, the past participle. And there's always have in this construction. What do I mean with this? Look at this. So for present perfect, we use have or has plus past participle. How about past perfect? We would change have for had, and future perfect, we would change have and has for will have, okay? But the usages, they are different. So if you're curious, if you would like to see if you would like to know when we use past perfect and future perfect, so watch the other videos on this playlist. If I have helped you, please remember to like this video and also to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.